what's going on Facebook? It's a brand new show, Dean Reynolds Media Live. Woo! This and every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, baby. Right here on Facebook. Go ahead and do me a favor. Share this video to your timeline. And we are continuing, the series that we started last week called Independent Woman. I'm trying to do this accent thing. It's not working out. So, yeah, my iPad almost fell, so I had to rescue that real quick. By the way, the music in the background was produced by my homeboy Caleb Lewis. This is D Reynolds Media Live. We got a good show lined up for you tonight. Special guest, a young lady I met. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. I would say a year ago. Yeah. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good. Charlene Thompson is kicking it in the green room right now. Woo! It's a great show. We also have a segment called Music Q&A. And we're going to put Charlene on the spot. She gets to ask all the questions she wants to ask. All of them. So, Charlene, I suggest that you start writing. Yeah. Woo! Shout out to Sean Anthony. Thank you for tuning in. So, with no further ado, I want to bring our special guest in. I don't want to waste any time. I want to get her going. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome. Please make welcome. I'm a crazy guy. Charlene Thompson. What's up, Charlene?
Hey, Dean. How are you, man?
Good. I think are you like kissing the camera? You're like...
No. I think it's like my mood thing. I don't know.
How's it going?
It's going good, man. It's going
Yeah?
good. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I think we met let me turn this music down. I think we met like a year ago.
Yeah, it's probably about a year ago.
If that much. I don't know.
Short period of time.
So I met you at Worship with Wonders.
Yeah, man.
And I think the first time I got there, you led, I think, one song. And then I said, okay, is she gonna sing more? And then you fall back, but it was an amazing worship experience. And I've watched you throughout those months and see how committed you are and how energetic you are, and seem that you are a lover of Christ. Am I correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's
Absolutely.
giving me those one-liners. Charlene, man, I'm so glad that you're on the show. And
here.
yeah, and I did this thing to you what I did to another friend of mine last week. I put her on the spot. I gave her like 24 hours notice.
Man.
And she said yes. I did the same thing to you.
You did. You did.
And you didn't even respond until this morning. What's up?
Man, okay.
Yeah. Where's Aaron when you need him?
I know, right? Aaron, Aaron.
Oh, let me shout out to Anita out of Jamaica watching. What's up, girl? So, I want to jump right into it, Charlene,
Okay.
because you have a lot to say, and I want to hear what you have to say. First of all, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your background. Where were you born? What's your background in terms of culture? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was born in Illinois, in a little town called Cahokia, Illinois. Born and raised there. I grew up in the church. My grandfather was a pastor. My family is a ministry family, so I'm always grew up in that. Um, Went to Bible college after high school under Bob Parsley. It's pretty awesome. That was the place where I really, really, really found God for myself. Aside from, sometimes we can go to church and just go, you love God, but at the same time, you know, that's where I found him for myself. So that was about around the age of 18, 19. And from there, I just been serving God. And now I just attend Worship with Wonders Church, where I absolutely love it. No doubt.
All right. So, when did you actually join Worship with Wonders?
2015, February 2nd.
And
My
how did you hear about them? How did you find them?
You said, how did I find them?
Yeah, like how did you get involved?
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, I went to Bible college. So the worship leader at that time, I actually went to Bible college with him. And before I moved to Atlanta, I told God that I would want to find my church home before I leave Illinois. And so I actually messaged him. I didn't realize that he was still in Atlanta. And so I'm like, hey, you're still in Atlanta. Awesome. What church do you go to? And he's like, oh, I go right now to Worship with Wonders. I'm like, awesome. And so me and my dad went down and I fell in love with it. And I was like, yeah, this is going to be my church. So, yes.
Wow, that's amazing. And
Yeah.
you have been there ever since. Now, when did you actually join the worship team though?
Mm, that's hard to say. I joined the worship team probably maybe a year later. Maybe. I don't really remember. That
Okay.
was a big transition in that time.
Okay. If you're just joining us, this is, oh my gosh, Dean Reynolds Media Live every Monday, 8 p.m. Music Q&A. Any questions you have, you can ask coming up. And tonight's guest is Charlene Thompson from where you
Yeah.
from? Atlanta?
No, I'm from Illinois.
Yeah, but you live in Atlanta, right?
Yes. Atlanta, man.
Oh my god. Yeah. So, by the way, I'd like to have fun, and I am a weirdo. So brace yourself. So I went to a live recording a few months ago, and I witnessed you on stage live. You did about 6 songs,
Yeah.
and I was freaking blown away. I was mesmerized,
Man.
and I struggled a little bit because I'm like, no, she did not write those songs. Did she write those songs? And even when the thing was over, I remember texting you. I said, did you write those songs? I mean, every single song connected with my heart. Every
Awesome,
song
awesome.
was amazing. They were well produced by Matthew Calloway.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
him.
Tell us a little bit about your EP. Like, how did that project come about?
How did that project come about? That's a good question. That is years in the making. Every song that is on that EP is a moment in my life, um, where I'm literally in a closet with God, where I'm really, there's a moment where I'm saying, God, I want you to speak to me, or having to get rid of my fears and doubts and saying, you are God. Above all of this, you're everything. So the EP, as far as the collaboration of all the songs came about from just different moments and different pockets of my lifetime. And this last moment was when I had gotten really sick and I was laying on the couch and I literally heard God say, "Okay, now it's time for you to tell your story." I'm like, I kind of just wrote these songs just to write them, not really to, to really do them.
Wow.
So yeah, and so just out of obedience, I went ahead and moved forward with it, and it's been a blessing so far. So I'm excited to see what God does with it.
That's amazing. Now, do you have a release date yet?
I have a single release date, not an EP release date just
Okay.
yet.
What's the single
Single
date?
April 19th.
April 19th.
Yeah.
Woo! Now, which song are you going to release? Can you say?
Mm, it's a secret.
I'm a part of the secret club.
You're no
Um,
longer a part of the secret club. People, Dean. You're talking to a million people, Dean.
what you said?
You're talking to a million people.
Uh, I'm talking to just me.
No. See, you should have told me before you put me on live. Then maybe
Oh, wait.
then.
Are you coming for me? Are you? Oh my god. So I want to go into a song that you released a few years back. This
Yes.
song is not a part of your EP project. It's a song that you released a few years ago. Shout out to Lisa Watson. Thank you for tuning in. Now, I want to make sure I pronounce that name right.
Anita.
Now, tell us about the song that we're about to play, Shine. When did you know that you can do this? You are a songwriter, you can write songs and songs that can resonate in people's hearts.
Actually, as far as Outshine goes, that was something that was written when I was in college, and I didn't per se write that one. It was a friend of mine named Stephen Forte, and we were literally sitting in the living room, and that was when I was just now discovering the fact of, hey, you can actually record at home. You don't have to spend millions of dollars going to these studios and things like that. So we were just having fun. It wasn't anything where, we were trying to make money or anything off of it. So we literally sat there for about, it took maybe not even an hour to write. It was just sitting there listening and like, oh man. I'm like, oh man, this is nice. So I take it and I start singing it. And he's like, okay, then do this right here. I'm like, okay, whatever. And so we finally finished it, sent it off to one of our producer friends, even at the time, to mix it and master it and everything. And I was like, whoa, that was like my first song that was like complete. So yeah, that's how that song came about. It was awesome. Just literally college buddies hanging out.
Well, here we go.
To be so
Yeah.
tonight in the world. Since you shine your light on me, hey, since you shine your light on me, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. You see me with my God. You may not understand why he loves me, why he chose me, and got rid of the old me.
If you're just joining us, this is Demoness Media Live, baby. This song, Shine, with my homegirl, Charlene Thompson. Facebook Live, baby. Woo!
Since you shine your light on me, since you shine your light on me, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, shine. Since you came into my life, you changed me, made me new inside. Now I'm free to sing about your life. So thank you, I love you. You hold me in your hands. And when the weight gets heavy, you show me I can stand. I have the light since you shine your light on me. I am the light since you shine your light on me. I have the light since you shine your light on me. I am the light since you shine your light on me. Listen, I know you're on the outside looking in. You see me with my God. You may not understand why he loves me, why he chose me, and got rid of the old me. My heart was stained, my ways were strange, my head would hang low. But since he came in, he's all I ever wanna know. And now I chose to share with the world why I love him so. Since you shine your light on me, I am the light. Since you shine your light on me.
So let's talk about the vocals for a second. I mean, where did you get this raspy, growly? Yeah. Wait, I think I'm losing you. Yeah.
I'd actually gotten sick, and
All right. So, Charlene,
yes.
my bad. So I had your mic muted. So let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me how you really feel,
So,
Dean.
so tell us, where do you get that amazing voice, that raspiness, and that growly thingy that you do?
It's God given. It wasn't raspy before.
Don't get all super spiritual on me, Charlene.
I'm serious. No, I'm gonna give you a natural reason as to why it's raspy. Seriously, I have a nodule on my vocal cords,
Oh
and
wow.
they told me I couldn't sing, but I told God as long as He gives me the voice to do it, I will do it. So yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. So no, that is a for real natural reason as to why it's
Oh my
raspy.
gosh.
So yeah, that's why.
That is amazing. So you are a testimony.
Yes,
You
absolutely,
are a walking miracle.
absolutely, absolutely,
Well,
absolutely.
well, praise God. That's kind of corny, right? Well, praise God.
Sound very churchy.
Hey, I'm not churchy.
I love it,
Oh my
man. I
gosh.
love it.
So tell me, where can people get this song if someone wants to support you? Is this song available anywhere?
Yes, that actually you can get on. You can get it iTunes, you can get it Spotify, you can get it Google Play, wherever you can buy music, you can actually get that song. It's called "I'll Shine."
So it's available on all streaming platforms.
Correct.
What's next for Charlene?
What's next for Charlene?
Yeah.
One, my surprise recording single is going to come out April 19th. I'm excited
Yeah.
about that. Um, just want to see where that goes. Honestly, just riding the wave, man. Whatever God wants to do, just riding the wave.
All right. Should we expect the EP at least later this year?
That's the plan.
And
Later
could you
this-
make a promise that after the EP is released, no, you can come back and share it with us?
Yes, I can do
Live?
that for you.
And this time we'll plan maybe 2 or 3 weeks ahead. I will not give you a 24-hour notice, I promise. Oh my gosh.
Man, killing me.
So, I've been communicating with you over the last weeks, talking to you about publishing,
Mhm.
and I know you have some questions. So, I will take an extra 5 minutes or so, give you a chance, ask me any question you want to ask about music, about publishing, and I'm here to answer to the best of my knowledge.
Yes, yes. So, first and foremost, in layman's terms, what is publishing? Like, if you were explaining it to somebody that's fresh, for everybody that's listening, what would you describe as publishing?
By the way, Angel Nicole says she loves you,
That's my
and
baby.
I want to make sure I'm saying this name right. And Michaela Hawkins.
Yes, my little sister.
Hello. And Lisa Watson. You got mad fans on here.
Cousin.
Oh.
Homegirl.
So basically, music publishing is the sound recording. So
Mhm.
let me warn you, it's very complicated to sort of wrap your mind around it. I don't
Mhm.
expect you to understand it immediately. So let's look at a slice of pizza.
Mhm. Mm.
So that pizza has 4 sides. One for you, a slice for you, a slice for Lisa, a slice for Michaela, a slice for Angel. So you have, let's say you and Angel wrote the song.
Mhm.
So you wrote maybe a verse and the chorus, and she wrote the hook, 2 verses, whatever. And whatever split you guys agreed on,
Mhm.
you said, all right, let's do 60-40. So you get 60%, Angel gets
Mhm.
40% of the
Mhm.
writer's share.
Mhm.
So the writer's share, first of all, you would have to register with what's called a PRO,
Mhm.
right? And that's performance rights
Mhm.
organization. I'm pretty sure you've heard about BMI,
Yeah.
ASCAP, right?
That's cap. Yeah.
Right. So you register with one of those. So before I get back to the publishing part, anytime your song is played on the radio, terrestrial radio, which is physical radio, if your song gets picked up in a movie, a TV show, film, then or all live performances, if your song gets played on the airplane, you performed at Madison Square Garden, then you get paid from your PRO. Now, on the publishing side, like BMI sort of refuses to pay the publishing portion, which is the sound recording, or let's say the master. So, let's go to your producer that produced Shine.
Yeah.
So let's say he owns the master of
Yeah.
that song. Now he acts as a record label. And so the
Mhm.
record label owns the master, and that's the publishing. The publishing is completely different from the actual writer's share. So the
Mhm.
publishing is just a sound recording. I'm trying my best to break it down. Yeah. So
Okay.
if your song is on YouTube, then you're talking about mechanical royalties. Mechanical has to do with anytime your song is downloaded through iTunes. If someone wants to cover your song, then that's mechanical royalties.
Mhm.
So YouTube would pay you based on mechanical royalties, and
Yeah.
BMI or ASCAP would pay you based on live performances. So
Mhm.
publishing is that thing that protects you, and it sort of broadens your horizon in terms of songwriter. There
Mhm.
are so many different platforms out there where you can collect royalties. Bear in mind that before you register your song with BMI or copyright.gov, the
Mhm.
minute that song leaves your brain and you write it down, you went to the studio, record it, then
Mhm.
you automatically get about 6 copyrights
Mm.
automatically. So
Well.
there's this idea, there are a lot of myths. You know,
Yeah.
there's this idea of, no, don't sing it in public. It's not copyrighted yet. It's true, but it's protected though by
Yeah.
6 different copyrights. You're talking
Mhm.
about derivative work, and derivative really means taking somebody's original work and
Mhm.
altering it. So, and you're talking about the live performances and all of that good stuff. So, the most important thing, though, if you want your publishing, is to work with a music publisher,
Mhm.
or you become a publisher for your own
Mhm.
music. Like
Yeah.
BMI, they won't pay you the publishing shares unless you are a publisher. You have to show the documentation. You have to register as a publisher with
Yeah.
them. The last time I did it, the cost was I
I think
think
it's around like
250.
200 bucks.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
hello. You did your homework. Hello.
Of course. Of
Yeah,
course, man.
yeah. But what a music publisher does, like myself, I do the uh, publishing administration. So we make sure your song is properly registered. We
Mhm.
make sure that you're registered with all of the platforms where royalties stream.
Yeah.
You're talking about Sound Exchange. Sound Exchange pays royalties based on what's called a non-interactive stream. So
Mhm.
if your song gets played on Pandora, or if
Mhm.
your song gets played on satellite radio, all of that
Yeah.
stuff, non-interactive, yeah,
Mhm.
that is Sound Exchange. So yeah. Any other question? Let me see if any questions in the comments here.
Yeah, guys, ask
Shout out
questions.
to
These
Tammy
will answer
Powell,
them.
Performance Rights Organization, PRO. You go ahead, Tammy. Yeah, thank you. So, any other question before we go, Charlene?
Mm, I do not have any more questions.
Your EP is
You,
about
it's.
to come out. You have no more questions.
Let me get people's hopes up just yet.
What you said?
Singles coming out. Singles coming out.
Yeah, your single
April
is
19th.
coming out April 19th. No, let me
Yes.
ask you some questions.
Oh my God, I can only
Yeah.
imagine.
Now, did you register the song with copyright.gov? Yes or no?
Yes.
Boom. Okay.
Yeah, man. It's the
Are
first
you,
thing you gotta do.
okay, I like that. Are you a member of ASCAP or BMI, or
BMI.
when did you register?
You said when?
Yes.
I've actually been registered with BMI for probably almost 3 years now. It was just inactive. I didn't do
Dope.
too much of anything.
When was the last time you checked out your account?
I checked on my account probably 2 weeks ago.
Man, you're on your game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we still need to do our meeting off air, and we'll talk about
Yes.
that as moving forward.
hmm
Charlene, any final thoughts, and where can people find you on social media?
Social media, Facebook, you can find me on my artist page, Charlene A. Dot Thompson, and on Instagram, find me Charlene A. Thompson.
Are we friends on Instagram? I don't remember seeing you on there.
I thought we were, but we can make that happen if we're not.
Yeah. What kind of accent was that?
Absolutely. I don't know. I have like people are like, where are you from? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Dialect wise, I don't know.
Gosh. Where is your husband Aaron from?
He's from Bermuda. So you can
Bermuda.
only imagine how both of our accents get intertwined from spending so much time with each other.
So you have no Caribbean blood in you at all.
I have Cuban roots.
Cuban?
Yeah,
So is that a yes?
yeah, well, I guess we can make that a yes.
I can stand.
I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Hey, you know, I
You
can
are a clown.
I know, trying to be reserved.
Oh my gosh. Shout out. Hey, my brother just said, nice Charlene. And he also said, I need you WhatsApp to send you. Bro, yeah, you can go through me. My brother. What?
Go through Dean, please.
Yeah.
Let him filter everybody, please.
Yeah. But Charlene, seriously, thank
Yes.
you so much for coming on here.
No, man, it's a pleasure.
We
Always.
had fun,
Yes.
and I really appreciate you. And I can't wait for the single to come out. Once it comes out, we'll pump it on here. And later down, once the EP comes out, we'll do this all over again. Okay?
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for
Peace.
having me.
You're welcome.
Peace.
I have